Mm-hmm. Yo, I'm in the building. I'm back, baby. Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. Media Marcus. My drops are not working today. My drops are not working today. That's a new one I tried to get fixed. I've been having some technical difficulties, Wi-Fi, microphone, and now my drops are not working. Yeah, but I'm in the building. My Orlando Magic going through it. Oh my god. Orlando Magic going through it. So I'll talk about that. I'll talk about what's happening around the NBA. NFL, we had a lot of trades today in the NFL. So I'll talk about that. There some big names in trades in the NFL. What else is happening around? It's a lot of things happening in the news. A plane crash today, a UPS plane crash. So we'll talk about that. The Reagan ransom, also dealing with planes. I mean, some seems to be a thing here. Politician died today. As it is today was, what do they call it? They don't call it voting day. Election day. Election day today was November 4th, 2025. So hopefully you got out there and vote, did your civil duty. Hopefully you did that. Um, yeah, we'll talk some music to end this as well. It's Media Marcus. I'm your guy here. October, November 4th, 2025. I'm in the building. We'll get ready to put all these clips out and everything like that. But let's talk some NFL trades. There was some big NFL trades today in the NFL. It was the NFL trade deadline, and we saw 8 trades. And let's look at some of the notable ones. I mean, the one that jumped out the most to me, Sauce Gardner from the Jets. Sauce Gardner was traded from the Jets to the Indianapolis Colts for a couple first round picks. That's where he will be playing now with the Indianapolis Colts. Sauce Gardner, and apparently he was pretty shocked about that trade. But yeah, Sauce Gardner headed to the Indianapolis Colts as they, been on really good. Only lost 2 games this season. But yes, there's Sauce Gardner. Moving on, he's going to be playing for the Indianapolis Colts, traded from the New York Jets today. That was the one that really like, oh, okay. A lot of things. What else happened today? Trades. We had Quentin Williams, also from the New York Jets. Quentin Williams. Sauce Gardner got traded. Quentin Williams the same. He was also traded to the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys lost last night. And Jerry Jones has talked about making some deals. Quentin Williams headed to the Dallas Cowboys in a trade. Rashid Shaheed traded from the New Orleans Saints to the Seattle Seahawks. We had Jacoby Myers traded today as well from the Las Vegas Raiders to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They need some help. Travis Hunter's out. Brian Thomas Jr. dealing with a high ankle sprain. And they need some more guys there. So that's what's been going on in the NFL. There are also a couple others, but those were the most notable trades. Sauce Gardner headed to the Indianapolis Colts. Quentin Williams headed to the Dallas Cowboys. Jacoby Myers headed to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Rashid Shaheed headed to the Seattle Seahawks. And I like that trade for the Seahawks. I mean, they throw a lot to JSN. And, it's cute now, against Washington. But, if Sam Darnold starts forcing that ball only to JSN and you go against a good defense, an elite defense, some bad things can happen. So I really like that trade for Seattle. They did a good, they did a good thing there. I like it for Indianapolis as well. Bringing in Sauce Gardner. This is Lou Amorano. I always pronounce his name wrong. Lou Amoramo. Sorry, bud, but I'm a fan of yours, Lou. But he does really good at making second half adjustments. This is the guy who was the defensive coordinator for the Bengals when they kept beating it. They found a way to stop that Chiefs offense a few years ago. But now Sauce Gardner will be under Lou Amoramo, who was the defensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts. I'm a big fan of his, and that's a nice deal there for them. So that's what's happening around the NFL. I didn't love the Quentin Williams one. I don't. I feel like you just traded for a defensive tackle. That's why. I mean, you got picks for Michael Parsons, but you also got Kenny Clark in that nose tackle position. Now you're bringing in Quentin Williams, but I mean, a wise man once said, like in the NFL or anything, right? Build on what you already have. Build on your strengths. Make your strengths even better. So, maybe they're just trying to, bolster that defensive tackle position. Quentin Williams headed to the Dallas Cowboys, but you know what? I'm not mad because Quentin Williams creates pressure too from the defensive lineman, nose tackle, defensive tackle position, and everybody doesn't do that. A lot of guys kind of are just better at stopping the run, containing their lanes, et cetera, et cetera. But Quentin Williams heads to the Dallas Cowboys, and he makes about $24 million a year, 25. Micah makes about 45. I understand, money, logistics. So I'm not mad at that for the Cowboys. Um, after talking through it, I'm not mad at any of these trades. Shout out to everybody who made a trade today. You did your thing. So that's what I'm gonna run the NFL. The NFL trades. Yeah, it was very, very good to watch. Kind of keep up with. And let's talk NBA. Let's talk NBA right now. My team, my favorite basketball team since I was a young child, the Orlando Magic, getting beat down by the Hawks, the no Trae Young Hawks. 79-65. Something about this Hawks team that plays us well. I mean, they're strapping us, man. Like we cannot score on these guys. So yeah, but I mean, listen, I'm not too happy with Jamal Mosley as a coach. Jamal Mosley, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Jamal Mosley, my nigga, you on the clock, bro. Like they're not gonna allow this. They put so much into trade. How many first round picks for Desmond Bane? I believe it was 3 or 4. You got Paolo, you got Franz, you got Anthony Black, you got Jalen Suggs, you got pieces. And right now we look really bad. The Orlando Magic do. Their first game on primetime TV, and they're looking like the old Magic. And 65 points through the 2 quarters, and at 2.5 quarters just is not good enough. So yeah, just Orlando Magic, man. I can't take them. So yes, that's the latest from with the Orlando Magic. Jamal Mosley, you're on a buddy. This ain't 2-3 years ago. I told somebody today, fellow Orlando Magic fan, I was like, look, the Bulls fired Doug Collins to get Phil Jackson. I'm not saying there's a Phil Jackson out there. I'm just saying, like, sometimes a coach can get you to one position, another coach can get you to a higher position. I'm not sure Jamal Mosley can get us to that higher position. When we were young and not on expensive contracts and just trying to get in that play in or playoff, cool. That is not the expectation anymore. And this Orlando Magic team is not living up to expectations. So something has to be done, and you have to look at the coach. So that's how I feel about it. Jamal Mosley. We cannot let this season go down. I watched him against the Wizards in person the other day, and I don't like it. I'm not loving the coaching staff. It's very just kind of arms folded. Even one time he called a timeout, and like the ref didn't hear him. It's like, are you loud? Are you in charge? Are you the coach? Are you the monitor? You just you hear what's the word I'm looking for? When someone like a field trip, there's damn, I've never been because I don't have children. So, but chaperone. Are you a coach or a chaperone, Jamal Mosley? Let me know. Are you a coach that makes adjustments, that gets the right people on the floor at the right time, that does the little things to win, that makes your team better? Are you a chaperone? There to help guide everybody, not really going to get in anyone's face, not going to rah-rah, just kind of lay back, here to help if you guys need me. Are you a coach or a chaperone, Jamal Mosley? This might work in Sacramento, but not right now for Orlando Magic. Not with this talent. Not with Paolo Banchero, Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner. I'm sorry. I can't put the blame on them. I got to look at you first. Are you a coach or a chaperone? It's time to look in the mirror. I don't like losing the Orlando Magic. I don't want to see it. We should be better. We need to find ways to be better. Frank Vogel used to coach there. Call him up. All right, I didn't mean to go there. Are you a coach or a chaperone, though? That's what I'm going to be saying throughout the entire season with Jamal Mosley. Are you a coach or are you a chaperone? We got to get it together. And I'm not sure that this coach can do it. I'm really not. So, but we'll see. So Orlando, yes, down 71-87 against the Trey Young less Hawks in Atlanta. What else happened around the NBA? Charlotte up 96-87 in New Orleans. I know Zion's out right now, about a week or so, hamstring injury. 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter there. Philadelphia 76ers are up 104-95. What's going on in there? Tyrese Maxey, 34 points. 13 and 19, 6 made 3-point shots. Joel Embiid with 20 and 6 rebounds. I ran into Joel Embiid the other day. Well, not like ran into him, but he was walking this way. I'm walking. Well, it's Joel Embiid. We just kept walking. He didn't know I was Media Marcus, but you know, I'm like, oh, it's Joel Embiid. Like, yo, we just walking in the same hall. He had his little, not his little. He had his handler there. Where you know these celeb stars, they got handlers. But yeah, Joel Embiid 20 points. Kelly Oubre Jr. 18. I gotta figure out how to say this rookie's name because Edgecombe. Edgecombe's been impressive. He had 12 and 10 tonight, double double. He's been impressive. 2 made threes. He's a rookie and he don't play like one. So that's what's happening right now. 76ers up 105-95 over the Chicago Bulls. Milwaukee just lost to Toronto 128-120. Giannis 22 points, 8 rebounds. It ain't enough. Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram's been impressive lately. Only 13 points in this game, but 23 points each for RJ Barrett and Scotty Barnes. I'm this Toronto team, man. They got some guys, man. I'm looking at 29, 31, 39, 41, 43 bench points for Toronto tonight. So I mean they did their thing. Toronto, I'm not mad at them. Championship winning franchise there, Toronto Raptors. All right, let's get out of sports for a minute. Well, let's just get out of sports, right? Just talk sports. Talk the NFL trade deadline. Sauce Gardner on the move. Indianapolis Colts now he plays for. Yeah, Jets got 2 first-round picks in return. Quentin Williams, he's gone from the Jets as well. He's now a Dallas Cowboy. All that. So we talked about all that. We talked some NBA scores. I gave my rant on Coach Jamal Mosley, brother Jamal. Are you a coach? Are you a chaperone? He feels like a chaperone. He feels like a chaperone. But yeah, so we talked all of that, NBA and NFL. And let's talk some things that happened on in the air today. Let's talk some things that happened in the air today. Yeah, it was a little bit of a crazy day. We had a UPS plane. A UPS plane crashed into the airport at Louisville, in Louisville, Kentucky. A plane, UPS plane, crashed at the airport in Louisville, Kentucky. See if I can find that clip. But yet another plane crash in 2025. I'm not sure how many we're at this point, but a UPS plane crash happened in Louisville, Kentucky today. And let me try to see what else happened with that. The latest, I saw that hours ago. Plane, it's crazy. So UPS flight 2976 crashes in fiery explosion after Louisville takeoff, killing 4 people. That's what happened today. UPS flight crashed into Louisville, Kentucky. It was UPS flight headed towards Honolulu, bound for Honolulu, crashed into a Louisville, Kentucky. I don't know if it crashed in the airport. Man, this doesn't look good at all. I'm looking. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Oh my gosh. All right, so I mean, I'm looking at the video. So this was, man. Let me make sure I got the right, like, you know what I'm saying? Because people give misinformation all the time, and I'm not about that. You know what? Let's get on Twitter. We're gonna get the right sources here because I don't want to give you guys the wrong information ever. UPS plane crash. UPS plane crash near Louisville, Kentucky airport. At least four killed, 11 injured during this airport plane crash. Well, it wasn't at the airport; it was near the airport. UPS plane crash near Louisville, Kentucky airport. At least four killed and 11 injured. The videos that we've seen have been pretty insane. But this is the latest. UPS plane did crash. It was headed towards Honolulu, but it crashed near Louisville, Kentucky airport. At least four killed in this plane crash. I'm not sure what number plane crash we're at for the year 2025, but I feel like it's certainly up there, right? Like this isn't too friendly right now. The plane crashes. Another one, UPS freight plane crashed shortly after taking off from the Louisville airport, leaving a fairy trail of destruction throughout businesses and roads where a massive plume of thick black smoke now stretches for miles. Um, yeah, at least four people dead. They're saying 11 were injured. The FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating the crash of UPS Flight 2976. The NTSB will lead the probe, the FAA said Tuesday. So that's the latest. UPS plane crashes after taking off from Louisville, Kentucky airport. Not four at least four people dead. So that's the latest with that. We're gonna hear more, see more, figure out things. But another plane crash. This one a UPS plane. At least four dead, 11 more injured, and we'll find out more over the next however many hours or days. So that's the latest UPS plane crash. Also, something happened. Another airport, Ronald Reagan Airport today. There was a shutdown. All flights were halted at Ronald Reagan Airport after all flights were halted at Reagan National Airport after a security threat to a United flight. So that happened. I had that about 8 hours ago, and then just about 30 minutes ago, this is People reporting, People magazine. A caller reportedly threatened plane would explode upon landing at DC airport, demanded $500,000 in crypto. So this is what's happening right now, right? I already mentioned a UPS plane crash. This will happen at Reagan National Airport today. All flights were halted due to a security threat to a United flight. And then it comes out later that a caller reportedly threatened plane would explode upon landing at DC airport, demanded $500,000 in crypto. That's People reporting. What the hell is going on? And 500,000? Like you talking like this is big money. Like you only asking for 500K in crypto? I'm thinking like multiple millions. My bad. Multiple hundred millions. 500. I don't know. Whatever. 10 mil. 500,000. But that's what's going on. Call this People reporting. People magazine reporting. Caller reportedly threatened plane would explode upon landing at DC airport. Demanded $500,000 in crypto. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that because those flights were halted today at Reagan National Airport, DCA, and yeah, that's getting into extreme waters, man. You talking about a plane blowing up. Listen, man, it's crazy out here though. People don't got no EBT. Shit's real. All right, a couple more things. Dick Cheney, former U.S. Vice President, did pass away today on Election Day of all days. Former U.S. Vice President Dick Cheney, sneaky young. When I think of Dick Cheney, He died today at 84. But when I think of Dick Cheney, I thought he was like 80. I thought he was like I thought he was like in the 70s in the early 2000s. It's 20. It's 25 years later, and he's 84. Dick Cheney, sneaky young, but Dick Cheney, former vice president, dead at 84. Condolences to his family. May he rest in peace. In People do not let people rest in peace. Like you go into these comments and stuff, people have so much bad things to say. It's like, come on, y'all, get over it. It was 20 years ago. It was Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney, though, sneaky young guy. I thought he was much older than this, but Dick Cheney died dead at 84 years old. Former vice president of the United States of America. May he rest in peace. All right, got a couple more things to talk about before I get out of here. And that first thing is, well, let's talk Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande has been a celeb for a very long time now. She was a child celeb, dealing with all that. The Nick on Stage Right, whatever that documentary was on Nick and Nick the Nick Teens and on HBO Max. Ariana Grande, though, this is the second part of Wicked coming out. Wicked for Good. The first one did amazing in theaters and everywhere else. And now we got Wicked for Good. And Ariana Grande is asking Wicked fans not to wish danger on her after she missed a premiere due to a safety issue. So Ariana Grande missed one of and they have a lot of premieres. But she had to cancel her trip to Brazil for the Wicked for Good premiere due to a safety concern. Kudos to her. You got to be safe. That matters first. So she had a safety concern, and fans have been bashing her and wishing unwell things to her. So Ariana Grande had to come out and ask the Wicked fans not to wish danger on her after missing a premiere due to safety issue. People need to get a grip, man. These celebs are people too. These celebs are humans. As much as I sit up here and talk about them, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's weird, etc., like, man, get a life. Get offline, get a life. But yes, Ariana Grande had to come out and publicly say, hey, fans, Wicked fans, please do not wish danger on her after missing the premiere in Brazil. One of the premieres, not the lone premiere, but the premiere in Brazil due to a safety issue. She had to take care of what she had to take care of. Now people are wishing harm on her. She's asking them not to. So that's the latest with Ariana Grande. Ridiculous. Like, come on, get a grip. Get a grip. And it's only 10 o'clock, but it feels like 11:30. We're here, November 4th, 2025. Election Day episode. I have nothing America behind me, so I'm not even about that life. So yes, that's the latest. And I got one more thing. I'm probably cut this clip up, so let me. Because, a lot of people got a lot of things to say about Megan Thee Stallion. And I gotta admit, whether I'm her biggest fan or not a fan at all, Megan Thee Stallion is a superstar. Megan Thee Stallion is a superstar. She matters. She's big. She does big deals. She has advertisements. She's out here. Rappers don't do this. I'm not talking about women rap. I'm talking about rappers. Rappers don't be having these endorsement deals and these commercials and with the president or presidential candidates, stuff like that. Dating four-time NBA champion Klay Thompson. Yes, Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion saving hip hop. Look what she's done for you all. Look what she's done for us. Megan Thee Stallion is saving hip hop. Rap. I talked about it last week. For the first time in 35 years, there was no rap song in the top 40 of the Billboard 100. Now Megan says she got y'all. Megan Thee Stallion is back. And yes, after the 2-week absence of no rap songs in the top 40, Megan Thee Stallion is saving hip hop. She debuts at number 38 with her song Lover Girl. That song is really popular. I hear it on all the TikToks and stuff like that. But rap is back in the top 40 of the Billboard 100 thanks to who? Megan Thee Stallion. And I feel like a lot of people have a lot of things to say about Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not here to like go back and forth with that. I really, I'm happy she's well. Anything beyond that is really outside of my control for sure. But people have a lot of things to say about Megan Thee Stallion. All the hip hop heads, all the hip hop fans. A couple of things I like about Megan Thee Stallion. Something I mentioned recently with Bia, and I've been listening to Bia's album, right? And I'm like, okay, Bia raps well. I'm a Bia. I like Bia. I like her. I like how she raps. But I said one of the things that I wanted her to come back in Carney after this latest diss. She said, she's not gonna write, she's not gonna go back and forth. The whole party situation. Who is she going up against? Whatever. I don't want to hear that because Kendrick. We already know Drake got ghostwriters. Kendrick he ain't back down. Anyway, one of the things I remember when Megan was going through that beef with Tory Lanez, as a lot of people like to pull these two together. But when she went through that beef, she had a diss record about him. I think it was the first song on her album. I don't know which album it was, but I heard it, and she was just going at him. I'm like, oh, this is hip hop. This is hip hop. You're a rapper. You got shot. You come back with a diss song. Is that not hip hop? That is hip hop. And she was going at him on that diss song. It was the first. I'm sure someone can help me out. I had someone to ask actually, but it was the first actual song on the album. But now Megan Thee Stallion is back. She is in the debuts at 38 and breaking that top 40 absence from hip hop. After 35 years, there were no rap songs in the top 40 of the Billboard 100. Megan Thee Stallion saving hip hop. She debuts at number 38 with "Lover Girl," and very happy for her, and continue to see her do great things. Fuck the haters. All right, y'all. That is it for me, Media Marcus. I'm here. I'll be back on my drops tomorrow. I'm going to be back later tomorrow after I watch the challenge in Abbott Elementary. I will be back Thursday, hopefully with some friends. We talk some NFL lines and get ready for Thursday night football. So I'll be here kind of doing a pregame thing. And yeah, see you guys very soon. Appreciate you all for listening. Appreciate you all for tuning in. I'll be around. See you soon.